I look along the boxes here, I see some real slippery no-name gyppers. But in here, what you've got is All-Australians everywhere. We got the Big Duke, who, of course, an All-Australian from the Western Bulldogs. We got Chief, of course, Premiership player and All-Australian from the Hawks. We got Garry, former captain and All-Australian from Melbourne. We got the best newsbreaker in the game in Damo. So the best people are here, and let's have a look at the Hawks and the West Coast Eagles.
Chua, great to have you. I've missed you through the week. I haven't been able to have our weekly meeting. Tell me about the clearances coming in tonight. I'd look at it and think, well, surely with the first hand on the footy of Nat Newey and Cox, that it will equate to midfield and clearance dominance, but just to the naked eye, it doesn't appear to be the case.
You'd think so, especially when you look at the hit-out stat. It's actually 23-10
23 hit-outs to 10.
In favour of the Eagles.
Oh, so automatically there you go. Surely they're getting some clearance domination. Doesn't look that way.
It certainly doesn't. Hawthorn actually leading the clearances 20-17.
It's unbelievable. That is an area they've got to get better at. And the man, I think, is single-handedly responsible for that deficiency is Matthew Prittis, and I rate him as a footy player. I rate him as a clearance animal, 7th in the competition. To the naked eye, looks to have been one of his more disappointing halves of footy.
Well, you won't believe this, Garry.
What?
He has not registered a clearance up to a half-time. That's only the second time it's happened this year for him.
Second time ever?
Yep.
Look, I don't know. I just get a feeling that Andrew Gaff has had one of his worst halves of footy for a long, long time. You may be able to back us up. I don't know.
It's funny you say that, Garry. He's only had 5 disposals up to half-time. That's his lowest tally in a half for this year.
His lowest tally ever.
For this year.
Yeah, that's what I mean, ever in 2012.
Exactly, Garry.
The other school of thought is that Cox and Nat Newey can go forward and be a really big, imposing forward-line presence. I don't know. I haven't had a look at the stats, but it doesn't appear to have been the case to me.
Garry, for Carlton draft stats, they've only taken 1 mark in the forward half of the ground, Cox and Natanui.
In the forward half of the ground?
Not in the forward 50, but in the actual forward half of the ground, 1 mark combined.
Well, you would say that would be an unsuccessful ploy to play them down there?
It's fair to say that, Garry, for Carlton draft.
One of the best Chu Wolf shows. We always pull up when the two teams come back out on the field, and they are out there at the moment.
It's just a manufactured gyp fest.
By 2 of the biggest gyppers in the
That's
game.
It. It's quite extraordinary, the work they do to try and make it sound seamless.
The lone gypper and the little gypper.
That's it.
Both of them extremely slippery.
What you get is
both of them extremely
some
slippery.
real line and length stuff from Duke and Chief in the first, and then people say, God help me, give us something more than that, and that's what they get when me and Chua come in. So.
Both of them extremely slippery.
Let's get down to ground level. Howie?
Well, I don't know if this has been passed on by the big number 19 at Hawthorn, but the new man wearing 19, Gunston, whenever he gets the ball now, the Hawthorn fans call him Gunstel.
Gunstel.
He's got a way to go, hasn't he, before he gets anywhere near that.